Welcome back to another episode of The Cure for Cowardice. I just got done filming that last one, and I still had another topic. So, in this one, I wanted to talk about how the changing of seasons can reflect changes within our lives. Now, obviously, this isn't a hard and fast rule. It's just what I've noticed to be true for myself in my own life. Which is, in the winter, it's very much a period of inner work, self-discovery, self-discipline, and doing inner work, basically. And then come spring and summer, all of that work that you put in during the winter starts to bear fruit, literally. And so, basically, spring is here. Or, it's the very beginnings of spring. And I live in the Midwest. I don't know when the last time you went outside was, but right now, the buds are just starting to come out, which will turn into the leaves. And so, the plants are waking back up. The birds are starting to chirp again. The world is getting ready for a busy rest of the year. And I think that it really shows the level of work that you put in around this time, because if you spent the whole winter slacking off and feeling sorry for yourself and not pushing and trying to get things moving the way that you maybe should have, then this is going to be a really hard time of year for you, because now you're playing catch up. Now you're the universe ebbs and flows, right? And it pushes and it pulls, it gives and it takes. And so that season of winter where it takes and takes and takes and it feels like everything falls apart all at once, how you reacted during that season is going to influence how this next season goes for you. And if you were putting in the work every day, if you were showing up, doing the hard things, doing the boring things, doing the things that you didn't want to do but you knew that you had to, if you were showing up every day and giving it your all, then it's going to start to pay dividends now. And in ways that you couldn't possibly foresee. And like I said, the universe ebbs and flows. It gives and it takes. And this is the season where it's going to start giving. This is when the bounty of your work is going to be shown to you. And the interesting thing about this is, in this season, opportunity is there for anybody who is willing to take it. And those who were putting the most work in during the winter, they're going to be the ones who are most prepared to receive those blessings and those gifts. And this is the first time in a long time that I can truly say that I was putting in the work this winter. I was doing the hard stuff. I was doing the boring stuff. And now I don't even have to think about it. I already know that that work is going to be returned to me in the form of success in whatever I try to do. And obviously it isn't a perfect strategy, but if you are to the point where you are ready for life's blessings to start being received, and if you've been putting in the work, then my message to you is this: careful what you wish for. Because if you were wishing for things to be better, there is a cost that comes associated with that. And if you've been paying down that cost, then those wishes will come to fruition really fast. And not just that, but really effortlessly. And so this period of hard that you went through, this period of suffering and struggle, is now going to pay, and you will now receive the blessings and the profits of the work that you've been putting in. And on the flip side, if you've been asking for things to be better, but you haven't been putting in the work for it, and you haven't been paying the costs, so to speak, it'll still give you that reward, but now it's going to ask for that price to be paid. And it's going to do it whether you're ready or not. And so, if you want better things for your life, your options are to pay the price during the winter when it's hard and when your investments are going to double, triple, quadruple upon themselves, or you can pay the price in the spring when everybody else is trying to catch up, and you can fight that much harder for it instead of just receiving it. I think that's what I got for this one. But the point I want to make is there's a I'm rereading the book Think and Grow Rich right now. It's one of my favorite books of all time for success, and it's one that changed my life the first time that I read it, or actually listened to it. I listened to the audiobook while I was driving to and from my first sales job. But there's a poem, and I don't remember who it's by, and I don't remember most of it, but the end of the poem was something along the lines of, life paid me what I asked of it, but I despaired because I realized that anything I had asked of life would have willingly paid. And I know I butchered that quote, but the point is, whatever you ask for, you will receive. But when it comes time to receive it, if you have not paid the price for the thing that you have asked for, then life's going to take it from you, and it's not going to be nice about it. So if you want to make withdrawals from the bank account of the universe, you better make damn well sure that you were making a lot of deposits before then, because otherwise it's going to be a lot more difficult on you when those dues or when those debts come due. So anyway, rejoice. Spring is here. The season of hard is over. And as long as you've been putting in the work, things are about to get a lot easier and a lot more smooth. And if you haven't been putting in the work, guess what? You're still going to get what you want, but that shit's going to be painful. And then keep this in mind when next winter comes around, because if you want the best returns on your efforts, if you want your energy to pay dividends for you, that is what it asks. You need to put in the work for it, and you need to be willing to pay the price in the winter so that you can receive the rewards for your work in the spring. Or you can just suffer when it gives them to you, but you're going to suffer either way. You choose your degree of suffering. So anyway, I think that's what I got for this one. I'll catch y'all on the flip side.